You're
This is my
tuning into
cat.
the Gamer Two Cents podcast, where we aren't the gaming pros, or we're just the gaming pros. Here today with your weekly news. I'm one of your three hosts, Comrade Beard, joined today by my friends and co-host, SOB101 and the Half-Baked Villain. We're gonna get right into our first topic of the day, talking about we have Tencent. More information about the game, the light of their game, the light of Bortrium. So basically, it's saying that Sony and Tencent made a deal. They're saying regarding that lawsuit, they're basically saying that Tencent has agreed to not make any promotions or run any public tests regarding the light of Motrium. And this way, I guess basically Sony told them that they're going to have to freeze everything in that game. If you notice as well, their Steam page is gone. It's just disappeared, and also it apparently it got quietly delayed to 2027 release date. Basically, they're just Sony is forcing Tencent to push everything way further back in hopes that they can continue suing Tencent for this, trying to clear up all the litigation, and then maybe uh, we're going to be getting a long, drawn out case. Sounds like to me from Sony. Uh, Basically, I don't know if you have anything to add about this half. If you remember Light of Mortrium, like, are you happy that Sony is actually putting down the hammer on them, or do you think you have anything else to add other than that to it? Half?
Oh, I thought you said sob.
No,
Um,
half.
um, Light of Motoram. Was that the game that we were looking at last week? And I was like, this is basically a ripoff of Horizon, except like a cheaper slot gamer slop. Is that the game? Just to be
It's the
clear.
game where there's a pretty girl, and everyone was like, "Yeah, this game's gonna be better because the main character looks better than Aloy."
Oh,
If you
I didn't
remember,
see
yesterday
this.
we did look at the Monster Hunter game. That one, that Monster Hunter looking game, that one is actually released by Sony. This is that one that Tencent release that looks like basically a fancy, better looking Aloy that that Tencent is releasing
Man,
earlier, and we were talking about how Sony sued the fuck out of them because they couldn't is trying to sue them because they're like, this is literally a ripoff of our game. What the hell? Tencent.
I see, I see. Damn. Oh, you know what? Okay, I remember this now. I remember seeing this game a little bit earlier this year. Saab
Yeah,
showed me this game, and I was like, yeah, this is what's up with all these games coming out now that's like if they're not ripping off games, they're like remaking the game in their own way. Anyway, to answer your question, um I think it's rightfully so. I think it's good that they're putting this lawsuit out because if they let this slip under the radar, then this will just be setting an example that people can basically just use Sony as a doormat. And then probably other gaming companies if Sony's gonna let people walk all over them. But that's probably the most I have to say for this article without going too deep into it.
do
Yeah,
you
I
want me to
think this
give
is
you
good.
a recap of the game and what it is, sort of thing, since you kind of forgot about it a little bit? I don't know if
Yeah,
our viewers. Yeah,
I
basically.
mean, Light of Mortaram is basically a ripoff of Horizon, if I
Yeah,
recall correctly, right?
yeah, basically, yeah. What it was is there's a whole thing where I guess somewhere at some point Sony had met with Tencent to try to make a game, and then Tencent pitched a Horizon uh, Zero Dawn remake, or not remake, but like a three or something like that. And then Sony said, "No, we don't want you to. We don't like this. We don't want this game." And then Tencent said, "Okay, that's fine. We won't make a Horizon game." And then a little while later, they came out with Light of Motrium, which is a Horizon game, but not named Horizon, basically. And Sony's like, what the hell is this? Just Tencent, we just literally told you no, and you make this?
Yeah, so they tried to find a way around the.
They probably made a whole bunch of assets for it, and they're like, well, now we just have to release it under a different name. And
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably do the same shit if I put in a bunch of time and investments into a game, and then at the end of it, they're like, "We don't like it." I would, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably.
well, at this point, I believe they didn't even when they. My understanding of the case is they didn't even ask them to do it. They just said, "Hey, look, we made this. Can we make it Horizon?"
Oh, I see.
And then Sony met with them and then just said,
That's
"No."
the one they said they're gonna make they were gonna meet to do a Last of Us multiplayer game, and they showed them something that looks like Horizon.
That's right.
That don't look like Last of Us.
They went into the Sony board meeting and said, they met with Sony board members, said, "Hey, we're gonna make you guys a Last of Us game based on Last of Us," and then instead they just blindsided everyone and said, "Hey, look, we made this instead." And they're like, "What is this? This is not what you told us."
Oh, well, basically, Tencent's just been.
They've been
kind of.
Go ahead.
They've been kind of sneaky, from what it seems like, trying to. But it doesn't seem like it's in. Malice. Like, it doesn't seem like it's like super negative intentions. It just seems like they're trying to just make a way.
Tencent's so used to getting their own way in China, where their homeland is, and other places. They possibly think, oh, we can get away with, since copyright laws are different in China. So they think that, everywhere else we can do what we gotta do.
Tencent has been making taking and reskitting and doing all this kind of stuff a lot in China, and now that they're making it so they're opening up their worldwide markets, they're slowly starting to realize, I think, that they can't operate the same way as they have in China, because a lot of other people operate differently, like Sony, Sony has the money and time to make this lawsuit drawn out, because like you said, it looks like the release date moved all the way up to 2027. I don't remember when exactly it was supposed to be, but it moved up to 2027 of Q4, and I guess their next court date is supposed to be in 2025, and probably pushed to 2026. So Sony's going to be in court with them for a long time regarding this. This game might honestly never see the light of day unless Tencent decides to just say fuck it here and release it. But that
game ain't never coming out.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on it, though. Saab, you want to say anything?
You know what? When that multiplayer Horizon game came out of nowhere, seems like, I think they had Sony and NetEase, whoever's making that game. I think they did that on purpose. They released it early to show the game that they're still making. And obviously it's not going to be under Sony. It's going to be under NetEase or whomever is making that game. So I think they did that strategically, because the game did look rough. And I think about it now, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot they had a court case, so why not release that trailer and say, hey, they want to release the trailer. Look, we're making a multiplayer game in cooperation with these people. So they might use that obviously as going in their court. And I hope Tencent loses. They're big bullies. Tencent's bigger than Sony, I believe, in general, worldwide. They need to get their, asses handed to for a moment. So that's just my view. Simple as that.
I do like that. That's a good point, Sub. That is probably actually that timing of that trailer is probably similar to, like you said. Yeah, it's very likely that they just released it as a hey, proof of concept sort of thing. Even if it looked rough, they're like, hey, this is the reason why we can't have your bullshit going around Tencent.
I think the idea of, I think the Horizon theme and everything, I think Chinese developers really like it because the person, when they released that trailer, you saw the passion the director was talking about. You know, he really liked the Horizon world, and a lot of the team does too. And I think it's just attractive, that type of thing. I think the Chinese people like how Aloy in the world is, so that's why those two companies were very open. You know, one officially, one unofficially. You know what I mean? I think that it in America it may not be so hot, but I think something in like the Chinese culture, they really like it. So it's funny, I think. Just my observation.
All right. Next, we're gonna go and skip on to the next topic here. Splitgate Arena Reloaded was announced. Splitgate. I don't know if you or I know Saab knows about this. He really liked the first Splitgate. So we played that a
Yeah,
lot.
and I was
Splitgate 2
bitching about that beta. I said this shit is shit.
Splitgate 2,
I was
he
complaining
absolutely
about it. Cameron
fucking
was hearing
hated
all
that.
about it.
Yeah, I heard a lot about it, that's for sure. And I don't know if you know anything about it, Half, so I'll give you a little intro on that. Basically, this game, Splitgate, the first one, was actually a really interesting game that we played a bit. That had a uh, was it officially released, Tom? Was it officially released, or is it only in
What, the
beta?
first one? Yeah, the first
Splitgate.
one was officially released, but it was only on
Okay,
PC.
so the first one was officially released on PC, Splitgate 1, and it was a pretty fun game. It was basically a hero arena, not a hero shooter, arena shooter, where the main idea is all the characters in that, they all have a portal gun, and they had obviously like you can maneuver around, you can shoot portals basically anywhere on the arena. And you're able to do some incredible flanks. You're able to use some physics to like jump into a pit, shoot the portal down, and launch yourself across. It was really unique. It was a lot of fun. And then there had some difficulties. They basically just scrubbed their game entirely, and
That
came.
wasn't the difficulties. They got money, they got funding, so they decided to use that money to make a sequel instead of um just put in the first game, which everybody was very popular and enjoying it. So they decided, yo, yeah, we're gonna stop one, and we're gonna do two. And my God, yo, I could rant all
Basically at the
about it.
height of the popularity of one, they just shut it down. Um, and then released Splitgate 2, which was recently released. Splitgate 2, they had the beta.
Which was the
Just a
bullshit I
while
was
ago.
talking to Comrade and Renshi about all the time, that you can't turn everything into fucking hero shooters.
Yes, so they completely scrubbed majority of their game. Like they just, instead of making like basically one character focused on the gunplay and the portals, they basically said, "Oh, look at all these cool heroes and abilities that we have. Now it's just a gun game arena, and the portals are just literally an afterthought. Like nobody, like you can't. The portals are basically almost non-existent. You can only put them in certain spots, and it just basically scrubbed the 90% of the cool uniqueness that everyone liked of Splitgate 1. And so that game never even really officially came out of beta. That just sort of disappeared. And now they're releasing this announcement that said, "Hey, the evolution of Splitgate 2, basically Splitgate 3, Splitgate Arena Reloaded,
So it's
reuses
still
the best."
Splitgate 2, but they just slapped it a different name on it.
Essentially, I think what this is basically saying is they're saying they got rid of the hero system. They got rid of the abilities, and now it looks basically this is their third attempt to basically just get back to
So,
what they should have made the first time. Is my understanding of it.
all right.
They're
So
getting rid of basically everything that they added in Splitgate 2 and just re-releasing Splitgate 1. It seems like to me. Go ahead, Sub. I interrupted you there. I apologize.
all right, basically, Comrade's just basically he needs to stop being nice. That hero shooters aren't the thing. Splitgate 1 everybody liked it because you had to rely on your own skill. So the limitations is your skill. Hero shooters are supposed to limit everybody, have a ceiling, and everybody can at least get to that ceiling equally, no, depending on the speed, obviously. But when you're relying on your own ability, you know what I mean? The ceiling can be limitless. So they try to fucking make it into a hero shooter where everybody has their own fucking each class has its own limit, you know? So that's what people liked about the first one. You create portals anywhere. You got to depend on your intelligence and your portal placement, and you got to pick up guns on the floor. So right? Yeah. It was classic, basically. It was very classic mixed with new. And people loved that about it. And it got popular without the need of paying streamers like that. So, unlike the second one, they went hero shooter and then they paid about, what is it, like a shit ton, $500,000? Or I gotta look back at that. They spent a pretty penny to have streamers play it, to advertise it. Man, I got into that beta. I'm just saying that shit was ass. Yo, that shit was real ass. Yo, and I'm just saying. And it's sad that they gotta go back to this, but you can only make one impression. You can only make one impression nowadays. All these Fortnite ADHD kids and shit and all this, like, you fucked up, basically. They're being positive, but man, if I was realist in that room, I'd be like, yeah, we gotta find another job. Like, that's your ass. I'm upset about it. Like, that was a dumbass move. That's it. I just ranted.
I agree with you. Like you said, I don't know if you have any insight on that half. Like third time's the charm, right?
I played the first Splitgate. I didn't play it for that long because I was playing it over a friend's house. It was very fun, but I got my ass kicked by the sweats.
That's the problem. That's another reason why they tried to do the hero system, because of the sweats. And they put less portals, which made what makes it unique is the portals. If you take it away or lessen it, what makes you unique? Nothing. And that's what happened to the second one. They made barely any portal placements because they said it, that the sweats, basically. The sweats don't make it easy, but that's what makes the game fun. You're supposed to get good. Yeah, I'm mad about this shit. Go ahead, Half Pod.
So yeah, I played it a little bit. The sweats made it pretty hard to play, but it's that not enough so that I wouldn't enjoy it, because I don't mind games that are, when I'm playing against competition that's at a higher level than me and I'm getting my ass kicked until I get better. I don't mind that process if it's not if the skill ceiling isn't absurdly high compared to someone new playing the game. But to wrap this up, sounds like they dropped the ball based off what you guys are telling me, which is pretty sad, seeing how this game was a really cool, innovative, well done game. Like, the execution for this game was done really well. So it's just kind of disappointing to know that they dropped the ball at this point. And that's all I really have to say there.
Just a series of poor decisions. Basically, now I don't see this coming back as hard as it did or initially. Even initially, it didn't come out super hard as well. So it's going to be tough for them to make anything back. Moving on, we're gonna go on to. Oh, sorry, did I interrupt you there, bud?
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, gotcha. Moving on to our next topic. Here.
Hello?
Was that half?
Nah, I gotta say this, yo. People gotta know, hero shooters are not it. That's what destroyed Battlefield 2042. Because they, instead of having the class system, they said, oh, we're gonna make all these heroes. You're gonna choose heroes. And it fucked that game big time. I'm just saying, hero shooter. I don't care about that Overwatch shit. You can stay in your lane, but not everything needs to be hero shooter. There needs to be some individual skill needed. You know, games need to get old school difficulty nowadays. That's my opinion.
The
Okay.
young'uns aren't ready for old school difficulty.
No, they're not. They're gonna bitch
Yeah, they are.
and talk about this game needs quality of life changes, and they're right to an extent. But anyway, I'm not gonna go
They
down
want the
that
skins.
rabbit
That's
hole.
what they want.
Well, that too.
Oh yeah.
Can't blame them. But anyway, what were you saying, comrade?
We're gonna move on to our next topic: PlayStation. PlayStation 5 on Black Friday apparently absolutely destroyed all markets. There's an article came out that
USA.
said
We're
that,
only talking about USA, and it says UK, but yeah.
yeah. So the US in the United States, PlayStation 5 accounted for 47% of total Black Friday hardware unit sales. It's basically 47% of all console sales during Black Friday was PlayStation, with Switch being second with 24%. So
Switch
that's
2, Switch 2,
basically
Switch
saying
2.
like Xbox is barely even on the radar for most people for console
Nah, but
sales
tell
during
half
Black
what that
Friday.
third one is.
Yeah, I don't even know what the third one is. What is the third one, Saad? Please elaborate. If
You know
you know what
nothing
it
about it.
is.
Search it right now.
The next Playground third is the one that was 14%. Not 100%. Saad's gonna give us a little background on that for a while we talk about it.
No, I don't. I don't know what the fuck that is. Half Xbox is not here. Next Playground is an active play system for kids.
So basically,
It's a little
you
tiny
can play
console, and you use your movement, your body movement. I guess it's a tracking system. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now.
So basically,
This
a
bullshit is
basically
over
a children's
Xbox.
game console, a game console for children, is what Sav is telling me, surpassed Xbox
What
in sales.
who made the Does anybody know who made the gaming console for children that you guys are talking about?
The Next store.
I'm trying to find it. I'm looking right now too.
NEX, yeah. So
Next.
basically, it's Xbox
Next.
wasn't even on the top three. The Xbox Microsoft has seriously fallen out of the console war by a considerable margin.
I'm not surprised.
Somehow
I'm not
Steam Deck
surprised.
didn't even fucking reach their place. If, as I
Well,
always
Steam
say, those
Deck
PC
hasn't
people don't
started
support
sales yet.
shit.
Well, Steam Deck hasn't even started sales yet. You can't even pre-order it or anything yet. So
The
that's
Steam
not-
Deck, you dummy, that's the Steam machine. You're talking about the handheld.
Yeah, the Steam Deck is out.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Steam machine.
But you can
I apologize.
looking at this, let's see. Next Playground Overtake. I don't even know. I haven't even seen Next before. But
Nobody knows this. Nobody. Everybody's like,
looks
what the fuck is this?
Hey man.
I mean, I have seen this thing around. I didn't know it was this popular.
It looks like the Steam box. I mean, or whatever the new Steam system that they're coming out with. It looks almost just like it, except it has a big old camera on the front of it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Looks
Guess
cool.
how much it is.
I don't know if Nintendo is shivering in their boots, but it looks cool.
Guess how much it is?
How much?
$249.
Nobody's getting that shit.
Nope. Yo, it came up third on Black Friday. What are you talking about?
I was saying everyone's getting that shit. Apparently, everybody's getting that shit.
Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Yes, everybody's getting that shit.
Yeah, like I said, it was PlayStation 5 in the US was 47% of the market, Nintendo 24%, and this thing was the 14. So, yeah, that means that less than 10% of all sales in the console probably was around Microsoft. It's not even, like I said, it's not even on there, so it was probably under 10%.
You can't even
Just
guess just
unmentioned.
Microsoft because of the PC handhelds, which still is, I think, is hardware unit still.
What did you say, Saul? What did you say?
Can you repeat that? Yeah.
He said under 10% Microsoft, but he forgot about the other players that do the handhelds, which is still a hardware unit.
That's
What
true.
do you mean?
So
Like-
other
like-
hardware.
You're giving them
units
too
make-
much credit, Microsoft, that they're 10%. I don't even think they're near 10%.
So you're saying that they think you think that it's even less than 10%?
The fuck is spending $800,
Saab
1,000,
has
650?
zero expectations for them. I see how it is.
Man, like I said, I fell off the Xbox when I seen the Xbox. I think it was the Xbox One that came out after the 360. The 360 was my last Xbox system, and I kind of hopped off the train after that because I was like, I don't know what they're doing, but they're not. They ain't keeping up with Sony and the other games I have. So that's all I have to say on that.
Right,
Anybody
yeah.
else?
If you got nothing else, Sub, we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Next topic.
Next topic. Big news. Big news. Netflix has won the bid war for Warner Brothers. Now, Warner Brothers is, of course, primarily been a lot with movies, but it also affects games. So basically, the deal that Netflix made is they paid about a $82 billion deal for buying out Warner Brothers. That's basically paying them $72 billion in money, and then they're acquiring $10 billion in debt that apparently Warner Brothers was in. So this was announced just like I said a few days ago. I think was it maybe even yesterday, the officialness of it. But what Netflix is acquiring is all of their movies, all of their IPs, all of their games studios as well. Then a lot of these games you might notice, honestly, these are big names like NetherRealm, who makes all of the Mortal Kombat games. Let's see, the Rocksteady games. Rocksteady made all of the Batman Arkham games. Most likely working on another Batman Arkham games. Lord of the Rings. All of the Lord of the Rings games are owned by Warner Brothers. They publish and are distributing all those Lord of the Ring games. They had a contract with the main studio there. All the Lego games. While obviously Warner Brothers doesn't own Lego, that's obviously Mattel. Lego has made a deal with Warner Brothers to allow them to publish and distribute all the Lego games. Some other games.
Saab's happy about that.
No, Saab is. I will tell you, I'm sure Saab is absolutely pissed off because he thinks that Netflix is not going to be great with this. Let me see. Hogwarts Legacy and all Harry Potter properties now owned by Netflix. Basically, any type. Now Netflix can publish any type of Harry Potter content they want because they own the rights to making the film and games for Harry Potter. Mad Max. Saab, I'm sure, will hate that. Saab likes Mad Max as well. That's all now owned by Netflix. So,
Aren't you happy, Saab?
while I was researching this a little bit, it was actually kind of interesting. I had no idea, but apparently Netflix has a little bit of a gaming division already.
Bro,
they
are you
really?
live under a rock?
I had no idea. That's
I didn't
all
know
like
that.
I was looking at it, and it's just basically like
They
mobile
fucking were
games
making
and
games and they
crap.
tried to get into the industry, but then they realized how hard it is, or yeah, so they shut down the shit.
I mean, we
Yeah,
only
they
talked
had
about
they
that
well
one
th-
Netflix game.
that's even not real. They didn't really shut it down. It's still around. It's just
Sorry, they shut down the
it's just-
AAA,
Yeah.
not the mobile.
They have a few games in there. They're mostly look like they're mobile games and really low profile games. Basically, they have on their platform. There's not a lot of them either. There's just a very small market of them. But now, like I said, now they have all of Warner Brothers gaming studios and their movie divisions. So this might be their way of saying, "Hey, uh, we can't do it ourselves, so we're just gonna buy someone who already did." Oh, Game of Thrones. That's Warner Brothers as well, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Because that was HBO, but now I believe Warner Brothers has it. So now Netflix can make their own Game of Thrones too. Um, so honestly, like I said, this is gonna like define Netflix for a long time, and they were saying basically like uh, what did Netflix say? This Netflix quote says saying this acquisition will improve our offering and accelerate our business for decades to come. Warner Brothers has helped define entertainment for more than a century and continues to do so with phenomenal creative executives and production capabilities. They end up saying that their goal is to reach a proven business model and introduce a broader audience to the world that they create. So basically, Netflix is saying, we bought this because we can't do it ourselves, so we're buying Warner Brothers that has been creating for decades. And if Saab has any opinion on it, which I'll pass it on to him right after this, I'm sure Saab absolutely hates this. Tell me more, Saab, about how
I
much you
fucking
hate
hate
Netflix.
Netflix.
Go
I
ahead,
hate them
Saab.
because of the guy who runs them, the way he thinks. But yeah, he thinks a movie shouldn't be in theaters or it should just be released in fucking. Anyways, you see, I'm saying that. I'm saying that little piece. That's not word for word, obviously, but that's how he thinks. That's how I think when they acquire this down the line, they eventually are not going to release physical. And Netflix, depending on how bold they are, because they have their head up their ass, because nobody's challenged them in the streaming, they think gaming is going to be easy. As they learned that gaming takes money to make. So they closed down their AAA thing because it was that hard. Now they're getting others. Do you really think they know how to handle making AAA games after their first failure? No, they don't. All they know is AI mobile games. So it's like you can already see that's going to happen to the games down the line. And it's going to be sad. And they're probably going to make a Netflix exclusive for their app, and I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna be like, I just hate it. I hate the future, but I'm like, really, nobody else could have bid at least for the game. Why couldn't they just sell off the game separately? Why didn't it? I mean, I guess it's better than any Saudi acquiring it. I don't know, man. This shit is all bad. I don't want to talk. This is sad news. Can we move on after Half makes his comment?
Playing the world's smallest violin for Saab right now.
Yeah, same. We'll make an orchestra.
Yes. I have
Do you have
nothing
anything
to
to add?
add to here
Alright.
except uh I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know. Overall, it doesn't seem like uh, a good outcome for us gamers, I'll say. And I'll leave it at that without going in too deep on the topic and shooting myself in the foot or anything.
All right. Yeah, I mean, all good points. So we're gonna move on to a couple of trailers for games that came out.
Yay.
Yeah. So first one we're gonna talk about is the Godslayer. This is a game that came out based from the Sony's China Hero project. Basically, it's a Eastern-inspired steampunk metropolis that you're in, and you're fighting against a group of celestials that reign with a divine fist. Basically, it's an open world RPG that's basically has the main character. They call him an Elemancer, uh, who now must embark on a quest to save and avenge save your people and avenge your loved ones from the reign of the Celestials. And this Elemancer looks like in the trailer they have a little bit of like gameplay and things where you're able to basically use all of the elements like water, earth, fire, and combine them and dynamic ways, basically, to interact
To
with
make
wood.
Captain Planet.
Essentially, so yes, uh, it looks like heavily inspired by like Avatar, which we'll talk a little bit about later, and the gameplay, like I said, it looks interesting, but it also, like Saw brought this up a little bit, and maybe he'll talk about it more. Is it looks like it's more of like one of those like proof of concept games where they have a trailer and they literally just shoved all these incredible features into it, but I don't know how these are actually going to be implemented into real gameplay. And the gameplay, the game looks cool, but also looks like it might just be a pre-rendered trailer, not an actual gameplay trailer. Like I don't know. It looks like there's so much going on in that trailer. I don't know where in the game this is going to be set. If this is actual gameplay, or if this is, like you said, just a look what we can do with our cool new engine. I don't know if you have anything to add, Sub, regarding this game.
Bro, this game looks rough. This game looks rough.
Yeah.
And yes, it is from the China Hero Project. I don't have any. It's hard for me to be positive about games that come from this project. I'm happy that they get a chance. Sony, looking to get art and just finding that diamond in the rough, And looking at the China Hero projects, I'm surprised when I looked at it. There was a lot released, and they're not very well known. Like you don't hear a peep out of it. Only one we heard of recently was that Lost Soul Aside. That's pretty mid. This game, what is it called? The Godslayer. I looked at it. Man, it looks like a mid 2010 game basically. Looks like a PS3 360 game. I'm not talking about graphically. It's just the gameplay. It looks so rough. And I try to be open about it because in China, they're more of multiplayer grinding games. They're not used to making single player epic games. So when they get these single player coming out, they don't review well. And that's just how the business is over there. So they're not used to that. So when I look at this, I'm like, this is stuff they learned from multiplayer and trying to put in a single player game. And bless their hearts that they're gonna try to make single player games, but I don't have no positivity for this. I wish them the best of luck, but it's just the mindset. It's just how they grew over there and how they work. It's just, and I hope there's one good one. There's only one good one in the China Hero Project that I heard of. It was Fist. This was a long time ago though, and I want to play that game. It's like that rabbited and like a mech suit. It's like a Metroidvania, and that reviewed well. But that out of like how many? Hold on. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
5,
8,
6.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13 China Hero Project games released. We really only heard about 2 or barely 2. So it's like they're not doing very well. That's the track record, and I'm holding it to that. These games don't turn out well because the suits in China, they want grindy games. How are you going to transform a development or mindset into a single player? It's just hard. That's just like how when Jim Ryan or whatever, they try to get all these single player studios like Naughty Dog to make a multiplayer game only. That's not their forte. You're doing something that they can't do. Or it is not easy for them to transition from single player to multiplayer, just like so sound negative, but it's just a real life. Go ahead, Half.
I don't know too much about this company. All I will say is that if this is like a proof of concept thing, the idea is there, the potential is there. Now all they have to do is just polish it up. Make it a little bit smoother, the animation smoother, maybe, just smoothing everything out, and I think it'll be fine. Not sure why the Avatar, there isn't an Avatar game like this. It's kind of a question mark there. Um, but if they smoothen this out, this could be a really good game. The idea is there, and I see potential in it.
I agree with
That's
you.
all I have to say.
I agree with you. I
That's
said that
all I
to
have to
Comrade.
say.
The potential's there.
The potential's there. They just have to smoothen it out and make it look better. But if it looks like this shit by the time it releases, this is a game I will get for like 15 or $20.
Yeah. Like I said, it looks like it's trying to put too much into it, and it needs some work around the edges.
Basically, for lack of better
And
words.
so now that Saab is giving us a nice lesson in counting, all the way up to 14, we're gonna go on to our next trailer. It is actually about Avatar. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, was this was one that was Saab. You were mentioning it came out a little bit earlier, but we're only
I know
now
nothing
like
about this, Comrade.
yeah,
I
we learned a
was
little
caught
bit
off
about
guard
it.
with
Yeah,
this.
apparently there was a beta that was just a little while ago. I unfortunately, like I said, I missed it. Saab missed it as well. But it
too.
is a fighting game for the Avatar. The beta released with apparently 4 characters. That was Aang, Korra. Uh, who else was there? Aang and Korra were the only ones I remember from it. Katara and of
Zuko.
course our everyone's favorite Firebender turncoat. So basically, like I said, it looks like it is an interesting little combat game, but I mean, I don't know if it's our resident fighting game expert, half-baked villain. Have you looked at this? Is apparently pre-alpha footage that they have in Australia that we have available to us. Uh, does this look like a kind of fighting game that you would be interested in, half, or is there anything like that leads to be desired from what you can tell in this trailer?
So far, this looks like a fighting game I would definitely be interested in. Um, Controls are pretty simple, light, medium. I think in like heavy attack and like a special button. What really drew me in is the art style. The art
Mhm.
style looks like it was. I don't know if this is true, but the animations and art style looks like everything was drawn out. Like the animation is very
Yeah.
fluid, very fluid. Like, you see all the arm swings and the staff swing, and I love games like that. Unist, Under the Night in Birth is like that, and that's a game I play too. But yeah, this art style looks beautiful. Everything looks very fluent. I have to see how the game actually plays itself, but this is a game I have on my radar. Definitely looks like a cool little game. I'd spend like 40 or $50 on. If they drop this for 70, I would hope that the content that they add reflects that. But so far, yeah, I would definitely buy this game for like 40 or $50. It looks really freaking cool to me. That's all I have to say.
Saab, do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I didn't know about this thing was announced at New York Comic Con this year, and it went under the radar for me. I don't know how I caught this. The only reason I even found out about this is because Justin Wong was playing it live, and I was watching. I said, "Man, this game actually looks smooth, really good. The art style, like he said, it's beautiful, and the way, like, I think half would like it if he saw it." Justin Wong playing it, or whomever is streaming the closed beta, like it looks really good. Like I don't know who's working on it. It's probably a team of fighting game producers and experts, and they're probably new. But I know Justin Wong is the ambassador, I guess, for the game because I saw that on Twitter. It's also coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox, Switch 2, and Steam 2026, summer 2026. But yeah,
And they're
I'm
still making games for PS4. Holy shit.
well, yeah, it looks pretty basic. It doesn't look that deep. But yeah, I think they. I don't know anything else behind it. I didn't see any information, but they probably are working with some of the art people in Nickelodeon, because that's the only thing that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hope this is successful because I already liked what I saw when Justin Wong was playing that. That game looks actually really fun. The combos mixed together, you can juggle. It's just like I'm surprised how deep it was when I saw it because this is a Nickelodeon game. Nickelodeon suits will just say, "Hey, make it for the kids and stuff." But the way the gameplay is, bro, fighting game people will love this game. Literally, if you saw it have, you will say, "Yeah, this game is not made for kids." The way everything is chaining together, 59 combo string and stuff. Have me like, how could Nickelodeon allow this? But man, it has a lot of potential compared to the previous game we were talking about. This game, I'm telling you, I got caught off guard. I liked the way it looked. I am very interested. I'm sad there was a closed beta. I didn't know, closed alpha, I mean, that there was, and it was only take place this weekend. Um, but yeah, um, I want this to succeed. Hopefully.
Yeah, like even like as this well known, I'm not huge into fighting games, but even like the art style and everything does look really unique in this game. So it's and just we'll keep on the lookout for this one. We'll keep updated on this one.
This is what
Our
Cartoon
next-
Network needed.
Yeah,
Cartoon Network All Stars
before-
game in a 2D anime style, whatever fighter. Like, man, it's so sad.
Yeah, keep
we're gonna. Yeah, we'll move on to our next game that we have out here, Cast Outs. So I guess it's going to be coming up with a early access beta sometime in 2027 on PS5. It is an interesting, an online co-op game set in an urban fantasy inspired London. And in London, where you're apparently going to be fighting hordes of orcs, ogres, cyclopses, wraiths, dragons, and more. London is your arena and your home. Take it back, is what's going on. So basically, apparently, you can play 2, 3, or 4 players. Where you basically go on escort missions, combat runs, horde modes, speed runs, challenges in London as your arena. It looks like an interesting game. I haven't seen a
Let's be honest,
like
it looks
for a while.
fucking mid.
I was saying,
It
I'm
looks
not sure
so.
if it's. I don't know if this is going to be like an extraction shooter kind of game or what. It doesn't say that from the trailer or what I can
It's a
tell.
hero. It's a hero game. You already know that.
Yeah, it's 100% a hero-based game. They say that apparently you could go up to 4 players in here in the description, but they only showed off 3 of the heroes that you could play as. So I don't know if they're planning on adding more heroes over time. But like you said, it looks like this is kind of game that you'll play a little bit, and it looks like it's going to get real stale real fast to me. And honestly, it looks like there could be something here. I think the main reason why, like I said, I have this opinion that it looks stale is because, in case you didn't know, this game is coming out of one of PlayStation's developers, London Studio, which back in February of 24 was one of the victims of PlayStation's massive layoffs. So this studio is probably literally like bare bones trying to keep this game alive and just releasing it, sort of thing. I was looking on this, and apparently, London Studios, some of their other games were a lot of like different types of VR games.
London Studios was a great studios. They were like the creative team, Western team. They were really good. I'm still mad about that one.
They have a large variety of very unique titles that look like they're awesome, and it feels like this game, from what I can look at and what the trailers looks like and for the images, it looks like this game was supposed to be a lot more than what they're showing us. But I'm assuming mainly because the studio was cut from all the layoffs, this is what they're able to make, and this is what they're releasing. I don't know if you have any further insight on that Saab here.
Half stop.
You want to go Saab or me?
What?
Half or Saab, either one.
This looks. If they, I'm probably not gonna get this. Combat. The combat looks like it has some potential. They should expand on that. Expand on destructible environments. I liked seeing some of the buildings. Well, not
Yeah.
buildings, but like the architecture break apart in the trailer.
Yeah.
Expand on that. Expand on the combat. Make it very fun. I like seeing the little goblin hop on the big goblin's shoulder, and they did a team attack together. That's cool co-op stuff I like to see. Um, it has potential, but yeah, just looking at the trailer, it does kind of seem like one game I would just try once and probably never come back to. I probably wouldn't pay more than $20 for this game right now, just looking at it. But if they expand on the combat, make it really cool, interesting, make the buildings destructible, um, it might have my attention. I don't really like goblins, just aesthetic wise. I'm just not a
Because
fan
you're a
of it. So
goblin.
sure, I can go with that. I'm a handsome goblin though, So like if they added, let's say, they were to choose a monster. Shit, I don't know, man. Anything but goblins. Goblins are just. I'm just not a fan of them personally. Um, anyway, to wrap this up, I don't know. They have to expand on it a bit, but I'm not buying this game. Just looking at this trailer. But I could see other people who may want to buy it. Maybe the younger generation, people, teenagers or something, could play this with their friends. But that's all I have to say.
This game, I don't think it's gonna do well because the creative team behind it that were doing it is gone, and this is just another team that probably paid an undisclosed amount to Sony. They probably sold it off, and then they're gonna work on it, and gave whatever I'm assuming paper. I don't know, maybe, but good luck to them. But it doesn't have the creative team behind it, which I'm still mad about. London Studio shutting down. Go ahead, Comrade.
Yeah. All right, so with
Do we have any
all
more
those
topics?
talks out of- those are all the topics we got. We're gonna
All
move
right.
on to our
So-
game impressions.
Yes.
So I'll start off. I have been working through Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. It's on my channel. I've been streaming it. It is my initial impression is I'm sure Saab has heard me talk about a lot because he's playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 is a very slow start kind of game. I heard that a lot of people quit this game within the first couple of hours, and I'm honestly very much understand why. The character that you play as, Henry, he is basically the most incompetent human being I've ever seen in my entire life. Man can. I feel like if I was to have a fucking stick, man would barely be able to use a stick to do anything with it. Like man holds a bow like it's a fucking wet noodle. Like man does not know barely knows how to walk in a straight line. Like it's one of those games where every single skill that you acquire, you have to do that action repeated times to gain experience in that action. So if I want to learn how to use a sword, I have to use the sword against multiple opponents, against multiple training dummies, learn how to do it. If I want to learn archery, I have to actually hunt. I have to actually use the bow. And I like that. But man, when you start off, it is so rough. It is so rough. And like if you like those types of games that are like a slow burn where you have to teach your character everything, it's a good game. And now that I've been playing it for several hours, and Henry is starting to actually become a normal human being that can actually do normal human things, like, it's actually getting fun, but it was a rough start to get there. Another couple little things that irritate me. I rant about some to this is the system of selling things. I buy things in a completely different, like 10 million miles away in a different town. I go to this town and like the guy goes, "Hey, that's stolen. You can't sell that here." It's like, you don't even know who I am. You don't even know what I have in my inventory that's stolen. How the hell do you know that that is stolen? It's just little things like that that just compile on me. Frustrate me with the game, but it is slowly building on me. Like I said, once I actually making it competent and I'm starting to figure out the mechanics of it, it is becoming more of a fun game. But also, I can't tell if that's because I'm actually enjoying it or if this is Stockholm syndrome for me. So that I'll keep you updated on that. Half, I'll move on to you.
No. We're not going half. We're not going half. We're going to me because it just makes sense.
Okay,
Damn,
sub.
what the hell? Damn.
Because
Oh, damn. I guess that makes sense because he's going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm sorry, Half. I let you down.
yeah, it
Okay,
makes
all right,
sense
go
to move
stop.
to me. KCD 2. I haven't. I'm far in the game, but not. I don't think I'm near the end. But this is my game of the year. This is my game of the year. I enjoy it. Now, I didn't like the tutorials in the beginning, as I said before, and I think my head, for me in the game, made sense when I started out with the basic of basics, right? Because Henry's not really. He was a blacksmith's son or something like it. Basically, not a high nobleman or anything. So for me, I like the way the game started. It was rough because it made sense in KCD 2 for me. I never played KCD 1, but in KCD 2 makes sense because you're in another county. The paper in the story, there's no spoilers because it happens right in the beginning. You lose the papers that tell who you are or the company you're with, you know? So it makes sense that he's starting out with the land with no money, no nothing, no nothing, you know what I mean? That makes sense. So I'm like starting to understand, like, it kind of makes sense that I'm starting from the shitter and nobody's going to know who I am. They're going to treat me like a peasant and stuff. So I'm going to have a rough time starting out trying everything. Yes, the abilities make sense. He has the basic of basic sword abilities, which obviously he's a blacksmith's son. He's not an expert, but doesn't matter. Gameplay wise, I understand why you're trying to build up your character to specialize on what you want, from a long pole attack to an archer, whatever. But man, the game is amazing. It has got me hooked. 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 I had to complete everything, and I'm just loving chopping people up. They give up on me. The guy's like, please, I give up. And then I execute him with a fucking bow and arrow because I'm like, you didn't show those people that you robbed and killed any mercy. The fuck I'm going to give you mercy for? I'm going to execute you here. So it's like, sounds bad, but man, the world is just fully realized. Fully realized. I rob people at night because I'm increasing my thing. Like Comrade said, they know I take things, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know what the fuck this is? You know? And I'm just loving it. I'm just enthralled with the game now. I'm just like, yeah, I just really like it right now. I am head over heels for this game. This game, amazing. Mwah. Amazing. And I'm not even at this other, I guess, another area of the map because I'm at a point where I can't return. So it tells me finish any other activities you have because you can't return or some shit. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah,
Let me add a little insert here.
doesn't matter. It's awesome.
That Sob says, "This is the game of the year. I love this game." Last week we were talking, and literally the things that he was telling you, this is terrible. I can't do this. I hate this. I hate this. This is BS. I'm stuck. I need to progress. In order to progress, I need to increase the skill, and I can't do it. And he's just ranting on like how much he hates this. And all of a sudden, Stockholm Syndrome came in, I feel like.
Not
And now he's
Stockholm
like, this is the game
Syndrome.
of
I
the year.
didn't like
I
the
love
way
this
the
game.
tutorial was. The tutorial was rough. I think the way they explained things was very rough. And it wasn't smooth and hand holding. And you know what? I had to meet it where it's at. And you know what? Terrific. Terrific.
All right, we'll move on to you and away from our Stockholm Syndrome.
Still playing Octopath Traveler 2. Still enjoying
That
that
mobile
game
ass
thoroughly.
game.
I just cannot get over how
It's a fun game.
well
I don't know what you mean.
the art style is with the lighting and the high definition pixel art and the music. That shit is so freaking good, man. That's probably my second favorite gaming soundtrack of like all time. Um, under Artillery Riser being number one. And then that music, oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, I've been enjoying the game a lot. At first, I didn't think I would like how the storylines are with 8 different people and they're all kind of disjointed, but I kind of like that. It keeps the pacing interesting, seeing little bits and pieces of everybody's storyline, and the combat is good. My biggest fear was the game being too easy, but the way I've been playing, I haven't been over leveling, and I've been building my party a certain way to keep the challenge there, and I just been enjoying the crap out of that game, man. That game is like it's became like my comfort game, man. I really like that game a lot. So definitely enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to Octopath Traveler Zero, which just released
Oh, that's the mobile
this past
game. That's the mobile
this
game.
past
Yeah.
week.
That's the
Yeah,
mobile game.
they took the mobile game and they took out the gotcha mechanics and stuff and actually made it into a full actualized game, which I'm really happy for. So that looks really cool. And yeah, Octopath Traveler 2, that was probably my best Black Friday sale. Next to Dead Space, which I'm gonna start playing today.
The first one?
And that's all I have to say there.
Which
I
Dead
forgot to
Space?
say Dead Space remake.
Dead Space remake. I bought it for $9 on Black Friday. That was a fucking steal.
Hell yeah. Dead
Um,
Space. Great game.
actually, well,
Go
I
ahead.
heard actually also that this is just what I heard. Rumors that they might sell off Dead Space. EA. But yeah. Anyways, half was. It's a good thing half you said that. Black Friday. Besides what half bought, Conrad, did you buy anything video game wise for Black Friday?
I bought myself a VR headset. It was
What?
it was
Wait a
two-
minute.
It was like $200 off for me because so I bought a VR headset, PSVR.
Which one? The
So I'm
first
gonna-
one?
two PSVR 2. It was like $200 off, so it was like a steal. I got the Horizon version of it, so I'm gonna start playing that.
Oh, you know you can stream that, right?
I'll see if I can figure out
Oh,
how
you
to do
can.
that.
You can. You just gotta do the whole PS thing.
I'll see if I could figure out how to do it. But I'm excited about that. I need to start setting up. I just got it yesterday.
My
So-
advice is don't play that sitting down that game.
Don't
Just trust
play
me.
it sitting now.
Just trust me. Not me. I didn't do it.
Alright.
Somebody else tried it and it wasn't working. I had to stand up.
Very well. How about you, Sab? What other games have you bought? I already know that it was too many, but go ahead.
Yo, he's a hater, man. This man wants me to spend. He doesn't want me to save money now. He wants me to spend more later. That's how his mentality is. And I got Battlefield 6, $35. Bro, that game is freaking awesome. That's my other impressions. Man, this is actually a really good Battlefield. Just needs bigger maps. That's the one thing. But my gosh, still, just audio, just gameplay, just everything is awesome. Everything is awesome, and it's like they say, cinema, bro, cinema. I'm over here sniping recon quietly in the bushes, trying to snipe people. Yo, it just takes me back. It's just so good, so good to make a comeback from like 300 tickets to 700, and then we come back. Yeah, KCD2 I also bought for $30 physical. These are physicals. I bought Gris. I showed these guys. I texted them. What the hell is that about? I guess it's made by a South American studio, and I think it's the best, from what I heard, South American made studio game so far. Or Spanish. It says right here, Spanish studio, Nomada Studio. But that's all I know about it. I've heard. I may be wrong, but there's not really a lot of Spanish developers. So, yeah. So that's why I picked it up, because I had $10 off. So I got the physical for that. What else did I get? That's it. Right? Oh, I also got no, I didn't get anything for Black Friday. I did get in recently my Freddy Fish collection. That's not part of Black Friday. Yeah. Yeah, anybody remember Freddy Fish? But yeah. Other than that, I don't remember. I don't think I got anything else.
More games that Saab is never going to play.
He says that, but I'm playing it right now. I played 27 games so far this year, or beaten or played altogether. Multiplayer doesn't count. Oh, 28. There we go. 28. 2025. Oh, that's right. I did. I'm sorry, I forgot. I beat Psychonauts. First time. That's my game impression. It's not a Black Friday. Going back to game impression. Psychonauts. I played the PS4 version. I had bought it digitally long ago, and I said, you know what? I need a short game to wait in between the Black Friday sale, see if KCD2 or Clear Obscure goes on sale, which has the better sale. So I played Psychonauts. That's actually a pretty fun game. I like the world. I like the art style. I like the whole idea of it, where they have these special units called Psychonauts. They're special type of soldiers that use their psychic powers. And yeah, I think it's very creatively done. However, it's rough on the platforming and all this stuff. And I did like the game. I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars. That's because the gameplay was rough and it was hitching on the PS4. I don't know. That's probably on the PS2. It was hitching too back then in PC. But yeah, so I enjoy it, and I definitely want to play the second one and the PSVR 1 game, which I have digitally. So, yeah. Any guys got anything else?
Thank you, Half, for the applause. Thank you, Half.
Don't give me no applause. I'm just saying, I have a lot of games I've played, and I'm just trying to go through them. That's it.
And a lot of games that you have just bought and probably never will play. Moving on to, we'll add a little bit about Predecessor, since Saab and I are still
that's
playing that
game
Saab
impression.
absolutely loves that game. He absolutely.
I don't love that game. I enjoy it.
He's now what, gold in ranked?
Damn.
It's nothing.
I don't play ranked. Are you higher than gold now?
Good
are you
stuff,
higher than
Saab.
gold, Saab? Or are you still gold ranked, Saab? I'll just assume that you're still gold ranked because you're not saying anything. So yeah, we play that. I'm having fun. Like I said, they just released the new character, Eden. We've been playing a lot with and against her. She's the first hero with no mana that they introduced in that game. It's a lot of fun. To play her, it's absolutely miserable to play against her. I absolutely hate her guts so much, because not having mana, she is just horrible if you're halfway competent in that game, which I'm not. So I just get absolutely bodied by her every single time, and I don't know if Saab has any wonderful moments or fun things that he wants to mention about his favorite and my favorite MOBA game.
Man, that shit ain't my favorite. Um, this new patch, I'm enjoying the game as per usual, but there's some strong stuff per se because it's all new. New items are very strong, characters are very strong. AK Zinx, fucking Uzi gun, a fucking Eden. Eden's more. It's like she has this like sprinkler attack. It's like a sprinkler. If you ever see a sprinkler, it's like that, but just very fast, and it just ticks on you like freaking annoying bugs, and it's like, and it builds up and all, and it's stupid. The range is stupid on it, and she has this like anime type of slashing move that spins in this like animation, and she gets health back, and it lasts way too long in my opinion. But yeah, she's gonna get nerfed to the ground. I yeah, pretty much right, comrade.
I'd be
Zinx has
surprised.
been a problem. Kai, a good
Basically,
Boris,
they
Seraph,
introduced. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. In
Eden,
addition to the new character, they released like
Bale.
20 new items this last patch. So everything is the balance is out of whack right now. So it's, there's needs to be some work done.
This is good that
Uh,
we have new items because it just
yeah.
expands the game even more and
Mhm.
creates harder to create. It's harder to create balance when you put more characters and items in any game, no matter what game. No game is balanced, but yeah.
Does anyone else have anything to add?
Have
Or-
Nah, I'm probably
nothing
gonna
else.
play Predecessor soon though, because I got a friend who wants to play with me, so
What?
I'll be back
Oh
there
well,
playing that.
Whoa, whoa,
what do
whoa,
you
whoa,
mean?
whoa, what, what,
We're
what?
your friends, and we've been trying to get you to play forever.
Yeah, well, Saab is iffy. Comrade, I can apologize to you though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, I'd be happy to play with you guys. Like I said, I've been trying to get a little bit more into the ranked scene, but like I said, I've been mostly playing quick play to learn new characters. And
Yo, yeah, comrade. When they told you last week, they were passing. They were like, people get mad at comrade, and I laugh at it. And comrade just like he gets upset and he just like pushes back at them, not cursing. He just does it in his own way, and I think it's fucking hilarious. Cause comrade is, no offense, he's a bronze. He doesn't play enough rank to know what's meta and what's gonna happen. So that, it's just ultimately that's just how it goes.
I play ranked like I play quick play, so I can my limit that I could get is I would say I'd probably get mid to high silver, and I won't be able. I'm not gold by any means in this game. Like a mid to high silver player. That's what my rank is now. That's probably where I'm going to stay because, like you said, I don't care to learn like the metas and things like that. Saab is all into that. He knows which characters are strong, which ones aren't, and he knows a lot of the good items. I play like I said, I play right like I play quick play. I just do whatever, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and people start yelling at me, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Thank you for your constructive criticism, sir. I didn't know that, that many profanities are needed to tell me that I don't know what items to build. I appreciate that.
I always hated when people bitched at me when I played League of Legends. I tell these people, motherfucker, I'll fucking quit right now. I don't give a fuck about this game. I'm a fighting game player. Fuck this
Yeah,
shit.
but yeah, but I mean, if you want to join, like I said, we'll happily take more people in our group. You know, or you have fun with your friend, and it's fine.
I'd love to
That's
join in on the banter and help talk shit.
that's the thing. I play what games you want to have fun with. That's the big thing. With that, I think that's going to be that's it for us. We have some closer remarks. We have shout out to one of our friends here. See, a predecessor streamer that part of the predecessor creator guild, Lesu Games TV, Twitch streamer. A
Not
good
dot
Twitch
fool.
streamer. What was that?
Read the name again.
Lesu Games TTV. Tell me, Sab, is that correct? Lesu Games
That is
TTV.
true. Yo, shout out to Lesu, bro. That man, he's part of the creator guild that he said. He gave us a shout out, you know, wanted to do us a solid, and I think he's a pretty entertaining predecessor streamer. Anybody like predecessor should go watch him. It's Lesu Games. That's a Z TTTV. It's also going to be in the information box, and obviously it's in the video if you see it. Since we're primarily a podcast, you just listen to us. But yeah, shout out to him, man. He that's how I learn some of the meta because I see what he gets killed by, what he gets annoyed by. I think it's funny. So whenever I see that happen, but I don't think it's
Lesu
funny when it
Games.
happens to me.
Shout
So I
out
get
to
mad.
Lesu Games. Shout out to him.
With that, we're signing off.
Oh, also follow Comrade. Watch his streams. He's a pretty he replies late as half said.
I don't even think he replies at all. Shit.
I reply. That hurts. I'm
It's true.
learning.
He
alright?
doesn't know how to put the phone in chat and just put it right underneath his monitor.
Listen, I'm learning. Okay, I'm getting better. Half.
I was like, man, I'm done coming to this guy's room. He doesn't say shit, but I do enjoy watching him stream, though. I will say that much. He's definitely worth it.
He did learn better. He did learn better because there was a lot of people. There were a couple of people actually chatting with him live, real people. KCD won, so
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, check out my stream too. I've been a little dry lately, but it's mostly fighting games, JRPGs, and any of those old school remade 2D style
he's being
pixel.
modest. He also
Like,
does beats.
Oh yeah, I do beats too, but I don't stream my beats. But if you want to come to my stream, that's what I mostly plays: JRPGs, fighting games, HD 2D sprite pixel remakes, Octopath Traveler, Dragon Quest, those kind of games, and then I play rhythm games occasionally. So yeah, that's about it. All right, I guess we'll end the stream there.
Yeah, take
If
us
it ain't
out,
already-
Bye,
Comrade.
everybody.